Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at Boku no Hero Academia's second season, episode 2. Wow, that was actually very unexpected of how they were going to do this. Okay, so I'm typically, very used to shonen doing something very tropish all the time when it comes to tournaments or upcoming tournaments and anything shonen anime. Typically there's a very long build up to that. Like we have training arc, we'll have some whole bunch of stuff where characters will have to go through various trials and tribulations before they actually get to the meat and potatoes of, the actual tournament. And yet, Boku no Hero just pulled a 180 on that and actually, instead of doing that, actually had maybe less than like 5 minutes dedicated to training and then went right into the actual school tournament thing that they're having at the upcoming event. And I was like, oh shit, wow. So we got a decent amount of action from this episode, despite it being still a primary, like a setup more than anything else, but it only spent a very little amount of time. So that means that within the next coming episodes, we're not gonna have to worry about any setup. And I was like, what? I'm like, that's nuts to me. That was very, very unexpected to me. I really enjoyed that. Overall, this whole episode was really well done. You can tell seriously that the second season got a lot more love in terms of animation. The actual animation looks a lot stronger, and it's noticeable in character designs and just when they do a lot of close-ups of even Deku or that one, I forgot the guy's name. I apologize greatly for that. It's the ice dude who looks like he's gonna be the main center character for this season, because honestly, he kicked some ass. The guy who makes like all these ice things out of the ground and stuff like that. That was his part of the whole thing, where he actually made one of the robots freeze at one point when they're running for essentially the obstacle race part. He freezes this robot at one fell swoop, and that was pretty badass. Even the animation for that was amazing, but I mean, just how badass this dude is, he's clearly going to be one of the main characters. I mean, in the last season, he really wasn't, I don't want to say a really big deal, like he was a very central focus, but at the same time, he wasn't like the central focus. So it looks like that him and Deku are going to have a rivalry this time around, even more than Kachan from, his Deku's past. Now, I'll say this right now, though. I want to see more of this because, just the sheer amount of cool stuff that happened. Like, for example, when they were all running out of the gate originally for the beginning, how he froze the ground, but half of them got away because they used their powers to get away. And Kachan was actually able to shoot out, like always, using his grenade explosion. And you had various other characters doing various other things to get out. Like, that one guy I can't stand, the one with the bubbles on his head. He's actually using that to balance himself on the floor, and he was jumping on top of that. There was some really nice animation, but more so than anything else, it was just fun to watch. And I have this smile on my face this whole time because I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So I'm very surprised. I really was expecting like, oh, okay, so this episode is gonna be training arc, because right away when All Might talks to Deku about how he wants him not to forget about the beach, his training, he wants him to go out there and make a name for himself because he wants him to take his place and become, famous in any ways. I'm like, oh, they're gonna have this training montage that's gonna take forever, and it only took like 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, that's not bad. We saw the characters that are really kind of relevant. We saw them all training in their own various ways, and I think that was very well done. So, My Hero is really already starting to really be one of the better shows I think of the season, to be honest with you, just because of that. But I really don't have much to say beyond that, because this episode was, like I said, very simple in many ways. It was meant to be a setup, if anything, but also at the same time start off the actual, hero tournament. So I'm looking forward to episode 3 because I have a feeling that's going to be really insane. Anyways, guys and girls, as always, I hope you enjoyed this review. I will talk to you later. I'm going to go probably back to sleep because we have Attack on Titan coming out later, and who knows what else is coming out like randomly today, because I swear to God, like with the last couple of days, anime has been all over the place in terms of release dates for some reason. Like they're supposed to be on schedule, they're not following schedule, it seems like. So I'll be going to sleep so I can get some sleep and all that stuff. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.